Hey everybody, how you doing, man? I am so sorry that I'm late for my 8 o'clock show, but I had a little bit of a problem. I was actually doing stand-up on a Zoom show for some people in a retirement community. I feel really, really bad what just happened. I'll talk all about that. Let me see what's wrong with my Instagram right now. Holy shit, boy, did we start late? Hang out, hang out. Don't worry about nothing. I'm here. Uh-oh. I was actually doing a Zoom comedy show for a retirement community. And, I try my best to make these people laugh. I try my best to make some people happy, um, you know, but nobody showed up. There was nobody in the screen. So I'm actually performing for myself like I'm looking in the mirror. And the lady who's putting on the show is like, just talk, just talk, just talk. I'm like, but there's nobody there. How do you perform for absolutely nobody? I mean, what am I supposed to do? Hold up a toothbrush and practice like I'm looking into the mirror? It's just ridiculous. But anyway, so I wanted to donate my time and make these people happy. And John Foster, sorry I'm late, or however you say it, but thank you so much for coming to my show the other night. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Live from My Mother's Basement with yours truly, Mike Marino. I was supposed to have my dear friend, actor, producer, director, writer, Gary Pastori on the show tonight, but he wasn't feeling well, so I told him, don't worry about it, we'll make it all the time. I'll go down to the basement, we'll do this show by myself, and away we go, and here we are. Hello, everybody. I can't really say hello right that quick, but we will talk to you in a little while. So keep watching the show. Mike Laird, there was a sellout at the Count Basie. Thank you. Thank you, Joyce. Thank you, Art of the Drum. Thank you, Janine. Thank you, everybody who's writing in really quick right now. But let's get down to business. I seriously was just entertaining on a Zoom, and I'm like, this sucks, man. Nobody was there. And I'm trying so hard to make these people happy, but they're not there. Like, where were they? What kind of a Zoom thing was this? We have to get out of this pandemic. Entertainers, at the very least, got to get out of this fucking pandemic because you cannot entertain nobody. Somebody has to be sitting there. The thunder of the crowd, the joy, the people laughing amongst each other. That's the fun. I mean, even if I wasn't entertaining, I was just a guy going out with my friends to see a Billy Joel concert. I want to be with everybody. I want to be with the thunder. I don't want to watch it on fucking television. I want to go to the thing, right? Well, thank you so much. I'm glad everybody's writing in right now. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Mike, I'm drinking Zambuca with my wife, Gina. Her brother has a pizza place in Silvano, Italy, Dean Martin's parents' hometown. Oh, well, hey, thank you very much for writing in. I appreciate that. Mike Marino, who's writing into the show right now. Hi, Ingrid. Hi, Kat. How you doing, Donna? Everybody, thank you so much for writing in. I'm sorry I'm late. I actually didn't think I was going to get on here till like 8:30, but I try to do this always at 8 o'clock. Hello, Gina, Argulis, and Robert Quartro. Holy shit. Hey, Robert, when I was in California a couple weeks ago and I did my first podcast after 8 months in California of not being there, I went down to Foggia Italian Market in Delhi in Lakewood, California. Now, I know a lot of people know here that I talk about this place all the time, but it's so fucking delicious. The food is insane. What this man, Robert, and his wife, Linda, do. It's out of control, and I love it so much. So I go down there, and they filled my house with food. And then I went and did a podcast with this girl, Georgia Van Seilenberg. And Georgia is from Australia. Ronnie Mo, Georgia Van Seilenberg was on my show, and she hit it out of the ballpark. What a sweetheart. What a great show. But she couldn't eat any of the Italian food because she's gluten problems, and she wanted a cucumber. That was it. And I'm like, oh, man, if this only girl, my blood is nothing but gabagool, you know? Speaking of my blood, I had all my blood checked the other day. I'm fucking great, and I got the antibodies. I just need to lose 20 pounds. But when you got friends like Foggia, Italian Market, and Delhi, how am I going to lose 20 pounds? And there's John's Meat Market. Janine Marie. I tried to watch on Zoom also, and I definitely enjoyed your show in Montclair. even with only a handful of people, was better than nothing. Oh, Montclair, California. There's a Montclair, New Jersey. I'm actually in New Jersey right now. Anthony Rena, one of the greatest guys watching the show right now. Thank you so much, Anthony. I saw Buenos Aires joined. Always ate there when I went to the Count Basie. We went to Buenos Aires when the show was over this past weekend at the Count Basie. Thank you, everybody who came to the show at the Count Basie. We had a fucking great time, man. Both shows sold out. Everybody laughing, joking, and a woman came to the show for the second time. All right, everybody, hold your thoughts right now. You got to hear this. This is what makes a guy like me keep doing what I do. Because every once in a while I feel like going, you know what, fuck this bullshit. I'm going to Home Depot. I just want to work a regular job. I'm sick of this shit. Because a lot of people in the entertainment business, especially, let's say, producers, managers, bookers, they're a bunch of pieces of shit. These are the people who should get punched in the fucking head. You won't believe the conversations I have from time to time. I mean, there's great people too, but every once in a while you see like, oh, fucking damn it, man. What the hell's the matter with you people? That's why I need to run the country. Because I will tell you right now, if I run the country, I'm passing a law. You have to be a good person or get the fuck out. That's it. Because it doesn't cost you anything to be nice to people. It's fucking free. Hi, how are you? That's it. No anger. We all got problems. So anyway, remind me what just set me off about that. I'm doing the show Saturday night, and backstage I'm handed a card. You guys looking at this shit? I got this card, and it's a letter. See the letter? And the letter says, last year I brought my Aunt Irene Doslick to your show at the Count Basie. She said it was the best show and time she ever had. Turns out my childhood friend Kathy Riccardi told me you were from the Marion section of Jersey City. My Aunt Irene knows your family. My Aunt Irene is now 100 years old. So a 100-year-old lady came to my show for the second time. Look at that. 100. 100. She didn't say a word. She laughed. She joked. She had a good time. And I called her out. And I said, hey, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Irene. She's 100 years old. And the place gave her a standing ovation. She got a standing ovation. I'm up there breaking my ass trying to make people laugh, and she got a standing ovation. You know what? She deserves it. And then when the show was over, they wouldn't let me go take a picture with her because of this fucking COVID-19 bullshit. And everybody had to wear their mask. But I got this, Mike Marino, Aunt Irene Doslick, Count Basie Theater, Red Bank. It's adorable. There you go. And isn't that cool? Now, just before this 100-year-old lady got her standing ovation, some lady in the audience decided she had to have an argument with another person about the fucking mask. Now, the place is sold out. I'm on stage entertaining. It's a gorgeous theater from 1928. We don't get to perform that often because of the pandemic. And what the fuck does this lady do? She starts an argument with somebody else at another table about who's wearing the mask and who's taking it off and who's not got it on. So finally I had to say, miss, why would you do this? Why? What's so wrong in your brain that you need to have an argument while someone's entertaining people who paid to watch the entertainer? What is it that's in this person's mind? There's always got to be one fuck that just can't be happy that everybody else is having fun. And they draw the attention to themselves. Now, I am a verbal attack dog. I am a wordsmith. I've been doing stand-up for 27 years. I'm better than Dr. Phil. I know what's wrong with you. I know what you're thinking. I can tell by your body posture that you got to go to the bathroom, or that you're not happy, you didn't like your drink, you didn't like your French fries, or you didn't like what happened in your life. But you came to a comedy show that cost you $45 and you're sitting in the front row. That's a twisted person. So as soon as she started talking to the other people and she was causing a little bit of havoc, I had to go to an attack mode and say, either you watch me and everybody has a good time, or you can go out in the parking lot and we can talk when the show's over. The oddest thing is her husband was having so much fun watching the show that I bet you any money they had a big argument when they got home. And he said to his wife, "Why do you do this all the time?" And she said, "We've been married for 30 years. That's what I do." And he should have known better. Now, I'm not saying it's always going to be this type of a person because you never know who's going to bring the shit to the show. But they got thrown out. How do you get thrown out of a theater? A comedy club when you're drunk, you're wasted. That might make a little sense. But a theater, when 90% of the people were dressed up, people weren't even wearing jeans. They were wearing slacks. Dressed up. It's a theater. Yet these people feel they need to open up their mouth and ruin the night, or try, because they didn't, for everybody else in the room. It's been driving me nuts for 27 years. There's only one person. And here's a 100-year-old lady who didn't say a word other than, "I'm so happy to be here." Isn't that crazy? I guess it's one of those crazy things in the world where there's always somebody who just don't know when to shut the fuck up. I wish I could read everything that everybody's writing so far. I'll try. Let's see. Anthony Rena is a friend of mine, and he's writing in on Instagram right now. "Hey, Mike, you mentioned the mask. I got yours, and I have to tell everyone that not only it's got the great message, but it's the most comfortable mask I ever wore, and everyone needs to get one." Well, thank you for the plug, Mr. Vice President over there. I appreciate that. The 9:30 show was a blast. Thank you, Pammy Pam. Yeah, I do sell masks. The masks I sell are 100% cotton. They stretch. They fit. I washed them a couple times. They got a little bit smaller. Starts to pull on the ear a little bit. But you know what? It'll remind you when my mother used to pull you on the ear. That's the way my mother used to discipline me when I was a kid. "Come here, come here, come here. Ah, 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 ah." I remember when I was in high school, the teachers did that too. "Here you go, here you go. What's the matter? You're not smart enough to do math? Go down to the wood shop." You can't do that no more, but that's what my math teacher in high school used to go like this. 2 plus 2 is 4, 6 plus 6 is 12. And if you don't believe me, go down to basket weaving. You get it? It was fucking hilarious. Here's the mask. And come on, you could do it. I still have masks. We still have sweatshirts. We still have t-shirts. In fact, I hope she's watching the show, but I'm going to do a shout out. Happy birthday to Patricia Monica. And happy birthday, Patricia. Happy birthday, Patty, Patricia, Monica. I'm sending you a shirt that says Marino 2024. Happy birthday. And I remember your address and I know where you live. I'm not a stalker. I'm not an asshole, but I'm nice to everybody because that's the way I was born and that's the way I was raised. Right now, we're getting a nice little letter from Andy Rosenfarb, who's going to be on the show next Monday night. Next Monday night, I'm doing something different. I'm not going to do the show on Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. We're going to do it Monday night at 8 o'clock. That's March 29th. And I have a special guest coming on my show. Now, I haven't made a big announcement about this, but I got a brand new sponsor. It's one of the biggest sponsors I've ever had. We're going to go down to his practice. We're going to get adjustments. We're going to get acupuncture. We're going to sit in that tube that I was telling you guys about. And it's all Andy Rosenfarb, AccuVision. In fact, I think he's got his shirt right over here. He's coming on the show next week. And also, we're going to have Jim Checchio on the show. This is what we're doing. Check this out. This is good material. This is a nice shirt. This feels really good. We're going to sell them too. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to make sure all my new swag has my new sponsor on it. Please make a tank top for us Florida people. Oh, I'm going to make some tank tops. In fact, why don't you buy one of these shirts and do the jersey thing? You buy a shirt like this, and the jersey thing is cut the sleeves off. And then it's a tank top. See, cut it, boom, tank top. We're going to get Andy Rosenfarb to make you some tank tops. Because once we all start learning how to be a better person and how to feel better and get chiropractic adjustments and go down to the barometric chamber or whatever it's going to be, we are all going to look so good that we're going to want Mike Marino tank tops, jersey style. I'll cut off the sleeve for you, and then I'll mail it to you. All right, you know what? It's just so many people writing in right now. Why don't we go ahead and I'll take some questions right now. Come on over to Facebook and we'll take in some questions. I got a lot of shows that I'm stacking up now. If you're in New Jersey, we've got another big show this Saturday night. So let's see who's here wants to say hello. Dory Marie, need a mask that says Make America Italian Again. Well, I just told you how to get one, Dory. Go to MikeMarino.net, pick yourself up a mask. That's MikeMarino.net. And don't forget, subscribe to my channel, and you'll always know when I'm doing shows. You'll always know when I'm performing in your area. You'll always even know when I'm going to have a sale on my swag. Tim Barrington, I can't stand a-holes that try to ruin a show. Isn't it amazing that somebody actually would try to ruin the show for somebody else? You just feel like put them in a headlock. Put them in a headlock and choke them. Robert Catalano. I was going to do a thing tonight, since I'm on the show by myself, where I was going to thank every single sponsor that I've ever had. And while Robert Catalano is watching the show right now, I want to do this. One of the greatest pizza places, and I tell you, the greatest pizza places in the United States is in Akron, Ohio. Robert Catalano owns Regina's Pizza in Akron, Ohio. They've been around since 1970. You checking this shit out? They celebrated 50 years because his parents, his grandparents, they were all in it. So I thank you very much, Robert Catalano, for being a gracious and great sponsor of Mike Marino live from my mother's basement. I still got your pizza box. I still got your mask. I put all the t-shirts on the bar today. Regina's Pizza from Akron, Ohio. He's got a mask. If you're in Akron, Ohio, look him up. Anybody could sponsor one of these shows. It's very inexpensive. We have great big sponsors, small sponsors, regional, national, the whole 9 yards. We shoot the TV commercials. We put you can even be on the show. If you want to come on this show, just write to my producer. Her name is Tatiana Blueshell. She's the producer of this show. You write to her, MikeMarinoEntertainment@gmail.com. Tell us why you want to be on the show, and we will make that happen. But if you're in Akron, Ohio, you want to go to Regina's Pizza, 330-753-7797. That's a special plug. I'm having a holiday today for all my sponsors. I got t-shirts. I got all kinds of great stuff. I love these guys. Thank you, Mr. Catalano. Thank you, Robert Catalano. You know, back at the time when the pandemic first hit, and I was being sponsored by Robert and Regina's Pizza, we did a big plug. And some woman who became a sponsor of the show as well, she decided she wanted to buy a couple $100 worth of pizzas and sent it to the frontline workers at a hospital near Regina's Pizza, and she bought the pizza from Regina's Pizza. I mean, how great is that? See what happens when people are nice to each other? You don't get this asshole that talks to you while you're performing. You get nice people who do wonderful things. And I love that whole thing. We also have Bada Bean Coffee. And I love Bada Bean Coffee. We talk about them every morning when my father and I are outside and we're taking the walk. Bada Bean Coffee. Go to www.badabeancoffee.com. Use promo code Marino and you'll get yourself 15% off. That was another thing that I wanted to talk about today too. I am going to try like crazy to get in shape this year. As best I can. It's not easy. My doctor called me the other day. I had all my blood work done. He said my cholesterol's fine, but my triglycerides are very, very high. So I have to take this, not drug, but fatty fish oil, which is called Vasipa. But I'm taking 4 Vasipa a day, and it's a lot. So really the way to cure this shit without the medication is to stop eating bread, which is like telling a fisherman not to fish at all. I mean, I'm Italian. I want bread right now. I want pizza right now. I want a fucking meatball sandwich right now. But I'm not supposed to have too much because not only do I have the high triglycerides, but I got a bump on my liver. He said my liver's a little fatty. I got a fatty liver. So I'm supposed to have an ultrasound. But the way to solve this thing is exercise and stop eating as much as I eat. So I'm trying to cut down what I eat. I was 340. I'm now 195. See, so My Stugatz, who's writing into the show right now, actually said that he's got high cholesterol too. Mine was 352, 350. So what am I going to do? I'm going to exercise here in Westfield, New Jersey, and I'm going to go to my friend Stern Fitness. This is Lori Sternberg. Lori Sternberg. She don't even know I'm talking about her right now. This girl is in such good shape. And she's such a good trainer. And she's so knowledgeable about training somebody and nutrition. And not only that, let's be honest, everybody. If you're a guy and you go to train with a girl who's that hot, you're going to train a lot harder than you would if you were with one of your buddies. That's just a hardcore fact. You see a hot-looking girl put boxing gloves on and boxes you, come on. You're not going to try really hard? Either that or you're not going to go because you're going to be embarrassed. So I trained with Lori Sternberg at Stern Fitness a few times, and she puts these gloves on, and then she tells you to hit the glove, hit the glove, hit the glove. You know, like, yeah, oh, I hope she thinks I'm hot. I hope she thinks I'm hot. Then you go home and you collapse, and she gets another guy to train. It's just unbelievable. But I think that's a great idea. So thank you, Lori Sternberg. Thank you, Jim Checchio, for always coming over and giving me the adjustments. We're going to do some big business this year. So I want to do a shout out to the police departments too. Now, we were all watching the sad shit that happened in the news, unfortunately. I don't like to talk about this stuff. I fucking can't stand it. And they say, oh, there's a shooter. There's a shooter. No, he's not a shooter. He's an asshole. He's an asshole. Somebody needs to get a guy like this and put him in a headlock and stop him from breathing. And I can't believe that this happened in Colorado again. You know, I don't know what's going to happen if some shit like that happens in this area in New Jersey, but there's so many Italian wise guys in this neighborhood. I just think if something like that happens, somebody's going to get fucking beat up right away. They're going to just tell the police officers, step back, Boomba, step back. We're going to take it from here. So I want to do a shout out to the police departments around the world and in this area. And I'm going to do it by showing you a little bit of respect and love for these particular guys. We have a lot of friends that are in the police department, and here comes one right now. Westfield Police Department. I got this from my friend John Resurka. He's the chief of police over in Westfield, New Jersey. He's the greatest. Respect, John. I hope you're watching the show. If you want to come and watch me perform this Saturday night, I got comps in your name for the shit that you go through being a great police officer in the city of Westfield, New Jersey, which is basically the rival town of my town, Scotch Plains, New Jersey. I want everybody to go on my website. If you want to pick up some swag, I have something that nobody else has. I started to make some swag for Live from My Mother's Basement. Live from My Mother's Basement, this is the only one that I have of its kind. So if you go on my internet and you buy any shirt today or tomorrow, I'll give you till tomorrow, I will send you this shirt, autographed by me, and one free mask. But you got to buy a shirt by tomorrow. I have fatty liver and high cholesterol. Sarah, a girl, has that. Wow. Renata, thank you so much. I hope you had a good time watching the show this past weekend, because I know you came over to the Count Basie, and I appreciate that. Okay, so Scotch Plains Police Department right there. There you go. Up the block, the police department. Boom. Respect. And I'm doing this because if you watch the news, a police officer at 51 years old with 7 fucking kids got killed because he tried to save people in the supermarket where they shot everybody. How fucked up is that? I really do need to be the president of the United States. I would fly into that fucking supermarket myself and go, come on, man, come on. There's enough of this bullshit. Every fucking day somebody's shooting somebody with something. Maybe you guys should look at the Australian gun laws. It will take some time, but worth considering. Love your show. Regards, Nick from Australia. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate that. Nick, I hope you were watching the show about a week ago when I had Georgia Van Seilenberg, who's from Australia. I don't know exactly where in Australia, but she had that beautiful accent. She sang a bunch of songs. and she told all us about her life, which was great. Going, want that shirt. Thank you, Janine. Janine, if you want that shirt, all you have to do is purchase one of my Mike Marino 2024 shirts or the Mike Marino regular shirt like this, and I will throw that in the mail to you, extremely complimentary. And I'll throw in a couple of extra things like some funny headshots from me from the 1970s and the 80s. And I did that for you, Pammy Pam. So wait till you see what happens when that shit comes out to you. I was also watching the news, Australia guy, that this little kid got bitten by a shark. Could you imagine getting attacked by a shark? You're out there surfing, and all of a sudden a huge fucking shark comes up around you and bites your ass. That's gotta suck, right? Keep up the great work, Mike, from Bobby the Bull from the Bronx. Man, what a great name. Bobby the Bull from the Bronx. You can't be a tough guy with that without a name like Bobby the Bull from the Bronx. That is out of control. Good. Here's what else I want to talk about. Pammy Pam, thank you so much for coming to the show at the Count Basie. This lady drove a couple of hours out of her way to come and see the show, and I really appreciate that. I did my big shout out to the birthday wish for my friend Patricia, Monica. I hope you caught this while we're doing this. All right, I wanted to talk about gun control. Here's my thought on the gun control. If you can't control a gun, or the guy who got the gun, he shouldn't have the gun. I think the whole thing is getting out of hand. The term, you have the right to bear arms, came around at a time where they were giving out musket guns. How do we know that the right to bear arms wasn't created because a bear was coming to your house? Or a lion? So, I think a pistol is okay. You can have a pistol. You can have something to protect you and your family. But an assault weapon? Where you going? Hunting for deer? Can't go hunting for deer with a machine gun. It's not right. And where I live, there's deers in the yard. So that don't make any sense. If you're a hunter and you're going to hunt for deer, use a bow and arrow. You're never going to see a supermarket broken into and a guy trying to kill people with a bow and arrow. It's just not going to happen. So anyway, that's just my thought on that. Gun control. You shouldn't be able to sell weapons like that. Or, if you want a weapon, you have to join the Army, you have to join the Marine Corps, and you have to get the fuck out of here. You want to shoot that gun, go shoot it at an enemy, a real enemy, especially one that's shooting back at you. You want to shoot a gun, shoot it at somebody who's shooting you. That's a bunch of bullshit. See how easy it would be for me to run the country? Can't have it. I remember when I was a kid, you know the way how we used to fight with bullies? Right? Hold on a minute. There's a hand coming in. Hold on. A magic hand. Wait a minute. Everybody who watches this show, I need you all to tell me right now who this is. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, tell me who it is. Tell me who it is. I called Johnny Salami. He said it. I called it Johnny Salami to get his ass there. No, wait a minute. Do you know a guy named James Chalice?
He's the man.
He called you?
Yeah, he's a good man.
Oh, all right. Mike Marino for president, 2024. I have a Louisville Slugger. There's a Louisville Slug in every corner of this house. Look at Michael Fideli. Johnny Salami. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. At the very last minute, out of nowhere, Johnny Salami, the tannest guy alive, came over with not only the number 2, but what's the other one? The Godfather?
The Godfather.
The Godfather classic. Look at Chris. It's a classic. The Godfather classic. Uh-oh. He's breaking the antiques. Laura Brunetti, thank you so much for watching this show. There it is. From Hero Kings of Nutley, New Jersey, the Johnny Salami, king of all subs, decided to stop by and make sure that I did not go undernourished. He found out that I have a fatty liver. He found out that I have high cholesterol, and he bought me the number 4 and the Godfather. Isn't he a nice friend? He said to himself, listen, if Mike's going to die of a heart attack, it's going to be my fault. Thank you very much. Gina Argulis, my father's name was Vinny, and he used to carry an aluminum bat in the back seat of his Cadillac. Well, that's really great, Gina. But all the Italians around here have aluminum bats, but we keep it in the front seat, Gina. Don't put the bat in the back seat. It's quicker when you grab it from the side. Hey, Johnny, gigantic car coming out soon. What's that mean? Looks delicious. Yes, it is delicious. Can I be one of your guests? My Stugats. Yes, you can. Listen, I know you people are all having a lot of fun, and that's what we set out to do. To make you have some fun, to make you forget about the troubles of the world. That's what comedians do. We bring laughter to the fucked up bullshit that's going on in this world, right? You're not going to cancel culture comedians. It's not going to happen. The truth is always funny. Don't cancel our culture. We cancel you. Get the fuck away from us. I don't know if you people are watching this shit or not, but they keep coming up with reasons why certain things should be done away with because they're offensive. Oh, yeah? I went into a store the other day, and over the loudspeaker is some rap song, and I could swear, and I don't know for sure, this guy said, bitches and hoes. Oh, but that's okay. But Pierre Le Pew is offensive. I mean, let's be honest now. Don't get rid of Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny was fun. He made us laugh. Before you know it, somebody's going to say, we got to get rid of Bugs Bunny because he was mean to the monster. He blew him up. It's a fucking cartoon. There's no such thing as monsters. It's a cartoon. This permanent will never do. Is that person going to get offended? It's fucking funny as shit. Johnny's Cadillac. This guy, Michael Fideli's watching this show a little too close. Thank you so much, Mike. I appreciate you. And Captain Splash, you're supposed to be here this week. You could come some other week. My Stugats, if you have a funny name like that, you definitely belong on this show. The world is coming to the shits. No, I'm going to save the fucking world. Don't worry, I got it. Live from my mother's basement. When the shit hits the fan, everybody come down to the basement. We got plenty of sandwiches. Everybody's happy. Keep on watching the shows, and I'll protect you. I got a lot of wise guy friends. But listen, if you want to be on the show, I want you to write to my producer. Her name is Tatiana Bluchel. And the address is MikeMarinoEntertainment@gmail.com. MikeMarinoEntertainment@gmail.com. And we will make that happen for you, okay? I'm going to take a bite of this sandwich right now. And while I'm eating this sandwich, I know there was one other topic we wanted to... Oh, yes! Prince Harry. The guy, him and his wife, who threw his family under the bus. He threw his family under the bus. He's a fucking rat. You're a rat. Shut up, you jerk. Your family should never accept you back. Once you're out, you're out. That's it. So he's going up to Napa Valley or wherever they make computers or some shit like this, and now he's going to be a consultant for a consultant for some bullshit. I don't even know what it is. Anybody knows what it is? Tell me. But who needs this fucking guy? Really? Why would you hire a guy like this? Because before you know it, he's going to have a problem with your company, and his wife is going to say, throw them under the bus, baby. You can do it for me. Sorry to say. Sorry to say. I can imagine what would happen if that happened in my family and one of my brothers threw my family under the bus. Whoa, we beat the shit out of him, man. That's called throw a blanket over the head so they can't see who it is, and then you hit him with that fucking bat. Stupids. The stupids. He admitted that they lied during the interview about their secret wedding. Hate this ass. Thank you, Dixie. Comedy shows should be open soon. Right, so everybody can go out and laugh at the stupidity that's going on in the world. I bet you any money there's cancel culture people walking around going, let's hurry up and cause havoc before the comedians come back and rat on us. Because comedians could spin your brains and make you start thinking about things the right way. Get the bat. Thank you, David Hoge. I appreciate that. Who gives a shit? You're right, John. I don't give a shit. Hey, everybody. We were talking about my dad. Now, me and my dad have been taking the morning walk every day, and I appreciate everybody walking. I try to get out there by 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. My dad does his crossing guard every morning. He goes from 7:30 to 8:30. He's 84 years old. He gets up, takes a shower, puts on his cross guard gear, and he goes to this area in Scotch Plains and he makes the kids cross. And then he calls me and says, I'm on my way to Dunkin' Donuts. You want me to stop by? And I says, yes. He comes over, we laugh, we joke, and he likes to talk while he's eating, but don't worry about it. Have to get a wooden bat. Aluminum is too lightweight. I actually have a wooden spoon that would knock the shit out of anybody. This is a wooden spoon I got from the TV show, The Wooden Spoon, and they wrote live from my mother's basement on the spoon. I can guarantee you, nobody's making sauce with a spoon this big. This is used to knock the fucking sauce right out of your head. It's a sauce killer. Oh, that's so nice. All right. We stopped caring about the British royals in 1776. I don't really care either. I don't even know what they do. I wish I was a royal guy. I can imagine. See, that's what we need, a show. Whereas I become the prince somehow, and I go over to England, and they're all going, good morning, Mr. Mike Marino. Top of the morning to you. I'm like, hey, listen, can you get me a gabagool sandwich? I need you to call Johnny Salami. He's in Nutley. You mean Nutley, England? No, Nutley, New Jersey. Where the fuck is there a Nutley, England? There's no such thing as Nutley, England. I need him to get the number 4. Call him up right now. Hello, Mr. Salami. Hello, Mr. Salami. This is the Prince of Wales. Yes, we would like to get some of the gabagool sandwich. Can we get the gabagool sandwich? And John, we were like this. You know what fucking time it is? There's a 12-hour time difference. What the fuck is the matter with you people? Well, we need to get the gabagool because the Prince Michael would like to have the number 4. He wants the number 4. I got a number 4. Hey, who is this? Hey, what do you look like, lady? King Mike of the South Plains, Scotch Plains. I am so hungry. I want to eat this sandwich. I'm going to eat it anyway. Hey, listen, we're already on the show here, 45 minutes. Thank you, everybody, for coming to the Count Basie Theater this past weekend. I had seriously a great time. We sold out 2 shows, and we all got to laugh in an iconic, legendary theater from way back in 1928 when they were doing vaudeville. This coming up week, I'm doing a great show if you're still here in the state of New Jersey, where everybody is. This is at the Mansion in Mountain Lakes, New Jersey. The show starts at 8 o'clock. They serve dinner. There are dinner packages from $59 to $49. I will be on stage with Joe Causey from CBS Radio, the legendary Joe Causey. They call him Brooklyn Joe. Is that right? Brooklyn Joe Causey. I'm also going to be on stage with Michael Martucci, who's the producer of the show. He put this whole big thing together. And the singing sensation of Vinny Modugno. This is all this coming Saturday, March 27th. And to get tickets, you need to go to, I'm looking for the address, mytickets.net. Myconcerts.net. Where the fuck is the thing? Holy shit. Well, yes, myconcerts.net. Go to myconcerts.net. Ask for Michael Marfuji. He will hook you up with tickets for this coming show. That's March 27th at the Mansion in Mountain Lakes, New Jersey. It's more than just a comedy show. Music and all kinds of great stuff. Great food. Let's go. Sunday night, I'm going to do the last Sunday of the month. You know the name of the show. It's 7 o'clock. The Not So Late Show with me, Mike Marino. I got a funny female comedian on the show. Her name is Vanessa Hollingshead. Vanessa Hollingshead's on the show. She's going to knock you out with some great comedy. And I have a singing star on the show, too, who does only original music out of Asbury Park. Her name is Laura Chrissy. You're going to have a lot of fun watching this show. It's only $4.99. You know, we're not making any money. We don't even have enough money to get a gabagool sandwich. But you got to watch this show. And it's Sunday night, 7 o'clock. And all you got to do is go to Mike Marino Live here on Facebook and purchase yourself a ticket. Starting next week, I'm going down to The fuck's the name of that club? Off the Hook Comedy Club in Naples, Florida, with my friend John Bramnick and Mario Bosco. So we're going down there. We start on March 31st. We go right into Easter Sunday, April 4th. I'm doing a show. Off the Hook Comedy Club, Naples, Florida. You guys can come down. Anthony Rena, if you're in that area, that would be really, really great. Come back down to Florida. Be prepared. It's going to be hot as hell. Need you to make tank tops. I'll make a tank top. I'll rip the shirts apart for you. But I'm going to be in Naples. From Naples, I'm going to Boca Raton. And in Boca Raton, I'll be at the Boca Black Box. That's April 11th. Then I'm coming back to New Jersey and New York for more shows. And you guys can read and find out about all those shows at MikeMarino.net. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel at Mike Marino Live on YouTube. I could use some more subscribers. My Stugats, if you're in Canada, I'm going to do a live feed with you. I like you a lot, buddy, and I appreciate you writing in. Sarah, Pam, everybody, thank you so much for watching live from my mother's basement. I got to get going. Remember, I say this in every show, and I mean it as much as I can. Don't take no shit from nobody. Really don't. There's too many people getting away with fucking shit what they say because they keep on thinking you're going to lay down. Give them a right hook to the fucking nose, and I guarantee you they stop saying stupid shit. Hey folks, I hope you're enjoying watching my podcast live from my mother's basement. We're having a lot of fun, and I'm going to have a lot of great guests on the show in the future. So if you like it, hit like. You could also leave a comment. You could subscribe to my YouTube channel and watch other funny videos. And you could also listen to my podcast on your favorite podcast app like Spotify and iTunes.